Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the sewing tutorial of this dress. So in this video I'll be showing you guys how to sew this particular dress. We have done the cutting already, so if you have not seen the cutting video, I will link the cutting video in the comment section so that you can go and watch it. Okay, now this is the fabric that I cut out. This is the long piece that I cut out for the gathers. Of course, this dress has gathers. Okay, now this is the long piece, and I have hemmed one part of it, one side of it, and after doing the hemming I'll keep it aside. The next thing is this strap. All these pieces, these are for the drawstring at the front and for the rope at the neckline. Like, you add the rope to the back and you also add two to the front neckline, because at the end of the day you will have to tie them around the shoulder area. So that is how I folded them to give me like a tiny rope. So after doing all this, you should have like 6 pieces. You should have 6 pieces, 2 for the front, 2 for the back, and another 2 for the drawstring. Now this is the upper part of this dress. We are going to place two strings, or let's just call it strip, or I don't know what to call this. Let's just call it rope, because many of us understand this rope easily. Now you place the 2 of them close to the armhole. You can see the way I'm placing the 2 of them close to the armhole, right? After placing that, you use the other one to cover it. Then you will turn your armhole, you will turn the neckline and the down part. Armhole, neckline, and down part. Now this is the back pieces of the back pieces. I'll go ahead and place I'll place 2 strips around there, or 2 ropes. I'll place one on this side, I'll place one on the other side. And if you notice, I had to cut a lining for all these pieces. Okay, now after cutting and pinning, you place the other lining on top. Now this is what I mean. I am done closing the top. The next thing that I will do is to run 3 lines. I'll go ahead and mark out 3 lines, 1 at the center and 2 at the sides. I will stitch on these 3 lines, and this is where we are going to add our drawstring. Okay, now I'll go to the sewing machine and I'll run a stitch on the 3 lines. Now for the back part, you only turned the neckline area. That's the only thing you need to turn, and you go ahead and close your zipper allowance. Now for the strip, for the drawstring, what we are going to do is to open the top and the down part. This is where your drawstring will pass through. You open this up, and then you pass your drawstring through those openings you have there. So if you pass it through, you will draw it out from the top. You pass it through the under, you will draw it out from the top. Then you pin to secure it. Always remember to pin it, because pinning it to secure it. Then I'll insert the second drawstring. And when I was cutting out this dress, I told you guys that we don't need any dart, and this is the reason why we don't need any dart, because this dress will have a drawstring, so there's no point adding a dart to it. After doing this, I'll also go ahead and pin. Now this is the drawstring that we have. If you drag it, you can see the shape it gives the top of this dress. So just go ahead and run a stitch on that places, or those places that I pinned, to secure it. The next thing that we are going to do is to join the underbust area of this dress to it. I'll flip it over, I'll place it, and then I will just stitch it in a way that I will hold like 2 inches on one side, 2 inches on the other side. Then I'll go ahead and close the remaining parts. Just go ahead. You can see the way I dragged my drawstring first of all before placing this. So use half an inch to turn this area. Just use half an inch to join this area, and if you join it, you will turn it over. Now you can see, after turning it over, you can see that when I was sewing, I held just a few inches from the both sides. The center part of the dress will remain open. You can understand what I did right there. The next thing that we are going to do is to place the back on it. Just go ahead and place the back piece. If you place the back piece, you will open up your zipper allowance, then you pin it down. After pinning it down, you take your body measurements, and this dress should have a tight fit so that the opening area around the underbust will not be too much. Okay, Now you take your body measurement. After taking your body measurement, you will stitch. After joining, you iron. The next thing is to add our gathers. This is the only part. Then another thing is that if you want to add a basque waistline to the back of this dress, you can also add a basque waistline to the back. Okay, so now after pinning this, I'll go ahead and iron it. Now we are done ironing, and this is what we have. So if we drag our string, this is what our dress looks like. Let me go ahead and tie the rope so that we can see the shape it has. I'm done tying the drawstrings, and I will tie the other side. So if you want, you can just go ahead and reduce the length of this rope. It depends on how long or how short you want the rope to be. Now I reduced the rope of the drawstring because they were too long. Next thing is to measure from the underbust. You will get the half length of this dress. Place your underbust measurements on the underbust area, then get the half length. After getting the half length, you go ahead and trim, and as you are trimming, you should maintain this basque waistline that it has. Then after doing this, fold the back and trim off the excess that you have at the back. So at the end of the day, this is what you should have. After doing this, the next step is to fix your gather. So this is the piece that we are using for the gather. It's just a straight cut piece. What you're going to do is to gather it around this basque waistline. You start from the zipper allowance and then end it at the other side of the zipper allowance. So I'll go ahead and open my zipper allowance. After opening my zipper allowance, I will start the gathers from one part of the zipper allowance to the other side of the zipper allowance. Now, this is what we have at the end of the day, and it is beautiful. The next thing that we are going to do is to close the back. After closing the back, we will cover it up with our zipper. Of course, we'll add a zipper to this, and that will be it for this tutorial. Do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. Bye.